So they are growing up, and while they are growing up, Duryodhana is always jealous of Bhima. Because Duryodhana is also very powerful, again like Bhimasena, and he thinks that Bhimasena is the only person capable enough to uh, have a dual combat with him, or who is comparable to his energy, to his strength. So he thinks that if I can kill Bhimasena, there is nobody among Pandavas who will stop me from becoming the future king. So he's always hatching a plan towards killing Bhimasena. That is his purpose of life for the next few years. Yeah, he's constantly hatching something or the other against Bhimasena. So I'll tell you two or three instances where Duryodhana almost gets Bhimasena killed. Okay. So once all these uh, Pandavas and Kauravas, um, they go on a picnic kind of a thing to a river nearby. So when they go there, they are playing. It's a kind of a 2 or 3 day activity that they go there. They put the tents on. It's like a camping that we do today. So they go on that. They are having fun. They are enjoying. And when everybody is asleep, everybody is sleeping after the entire day full of activities. What Duryodhana does is he ties the feet and hands of Duryodhana, I mean Bhimasena, and they put him into the river. He's sleeping. He cannot swim, and his legs and this thing are tied. And even before that, they feed him with the poison, with the food infused with poison. So poisonous food they give him, and he's into deep sleep, like he goes almost unconscious. And in that unconscious state, they tie his feet and hands, because if Bhimasena is awake, there is no way anybody can restrain Bhimasena. So that's not an option. So they have to first bring him down, put him to sleep, and only then they can do anything on him. So they tie him and they put him in the river, and he sinks because he's in deep sleep. He sinks, and deep in the river, when you go very deep into the waters, it is full of snakes. Yeah, yeah, there are a lot of snakes. So that is called Nagaloka. So he reaches there, and all these snakes, they start biting him. Like they biting, snake bite antar kada. They start biting him, and because of the poison. So what happens is, see, destiny always supports the right people. He already has a lot of poison in his body, and there is some more poison coming and entering his body. These two poisons, they react, and they become harmless to him. In fact, they give him a lot of energy, lot of strength. So he becomes even more stronger. And after he gains some consciousness and some more energy, he looks at his surroundings, and he realizes that he is in water. He's inside of water, and his hands and legs are tied. He just does like this, and everything breaks apart. He's free. And then he picks few snakes like this, and then he hits them like this, and some of the snakes are dead, and all the snakes are panicking now. They are like, oh my god, who is this human being? They just hit us, and some of us died. They go running to their king. I think it is Vasuki or Takshaka, someone. And they go and tell him that there is a boy who came, and this is what he did to us. And then they go, and they want to punish the boy, and they go to him, and they realize that this guy is none other than one of the sons of Panduraju. And they offer him a drink, a elixir kind of a thing. If he drinks that, he will get energy of like 1000 elephants, the power of 1000 elephants. So that's how strong Bhimasena becomes. So they offer him that. They tell him, you drink how much ever you can drink in one shot. So he keeps drinking that. He almost has 8 pots of that particular juice. And then he becomes so strong that now his power, his energy, his strength is equal to 1000 elephants. So he can fight with 1000 elephants in one shot. That's what it means. So that's how strong he becomes. So the entire plan that was hatched by Duryodhana actually backfired, right? He wanted to bring him down, and now Duryodhana is in a bigger trouble, because Bhimasena is got more energy, more power. So this entire episode goes on for like 4 or 5 days, and in the meantime, everybody who was playing, who was there for the picnic, they go back to Hastinapura. They think that, oh, Bhimasena probably already left. They go back, and then Kunti is all panicking. Kunti is like, where did this boy go? Where did Bhimasena go? Then she calls upon Vidura. She said, because these people are not stupids, right? Kunti knows, Vidura knows, Bhishma also knows that Duryodhana is jealous of Bhimasena. So the first iota of doubt goes towards Duryodhana to everybody. Kunti expresses her this thing as well. This her question that's going on in her mind to Vidura. But Vidura says, no, don't. Nothing will happen because Vedavyasa told everybody that all of your sons are sons live very long, have very long life. So whatever Vedavyasa says, that's always true. There's no way that it is going to be not true. So forget about Bhimasena being dead or being injured or anything. Nothing will happen to your son. But don't express this doubt. If you did that, there are going to be a lot of other consequences to it, because Duryodhana's father is the king. If you express that kind of a doubt towards king's son, that will have consequences. So don't say anything. Just keep quiet. So then what happens after 4 or 5 days? Bhimasena comes back. Bhimasena comes back and he narrates everything that has happened to their. Oh no. Uh-huh. No. It's not here. ఇంకా చాలా టైం ఉంది దానికి. So yeah, so what happens? He narrates the entire story to Kunti and Dharmaraja, and Kunti and Dharmaraja warn him, let's be careful, extremely careful, cautious going forward, but don't tell this to anybody. Don't tell this to anybody yet, because if Duryodhana knows that you know about all these things, the consequences are going to be even more harsher. So let's keep it to ourselves. Let's all be careful, vigilant about where we go, what we do, cover for each other. Let's see what happens. That's what all 6 of them think. Of course, Vidura also knows about it. Vidura, Bhishma, they all know about it. But at this moment, they cannot do anything about it because Dhritarashtra is the king. So this happens. And there is another instance wherein he was given poisonous food. That also doesn't work anything against Bheema, because Bheema is already very strong to not fall sick or to not fall for all those kind of things. And then while they are playing, Bhimasena actually picks up like 10 of Kauravas in one hand and 10 of other Kauravas in another hand, and he doesn't mean to hurt anybody, but that shows the amount of his strength. So he picks them and he just does like this and throws them into the woods. They fall in the meadows or grasses and things like that, and everybody is crying. So all these things are actually adding up to the jealous that is going on in Duryodhana's mind. Duryodhana, when he is looking at it, he is looking at Bhimasena as a enemy, as a possible threat. Yeah, threat. He's scared of Bhimasena, because if ever there is going to be a difference of opinion between these people, and if there is a possibility of the kingdom going into Pandava's hands and all that, Bhimasena is the one who is going to be very difficult to be taken down. But on the other hand, Dharmaraja, Bheema, Arjuna, Nakula and Sahadeva, all 5 of them are thinking Kauravas as their own first cousins. And they don't have any kind. See, if you look at it, these are only 5 people. If somebody has to feel insecure, it is Pandavas who should feel insecure, right? Because they are 100 in number and these people are 5 in number. If all the 100 brothers come against us and they attack us, then these people are going to be in difficulty, in a problem. But they all think that we are all one family. That is the thinking, that is the thought process of all these 5 brothers. Whereas these people, Kauravas, are thinking the exact opposite of it.